Hiya, this is my personal development journal for 17th of January 2020. This is my first journal in 2020, so it's been a good few weeks since I've done one. Just family commitments and Christmas and everything getting in the way, got to prioritise. So I've been doing a lot of editing recently, and this week I learned a few Camtasia tips that I'll share with you. So the first one is that you can, rather than, if you want to close a gap between a load of your clips in Camtasia or a load of your elements, rather than selecting the whole load of elements, you can actually just select the first ones on the track and hit shift and shift them over. I didn't know that, saves you zooming out and selecting them all. You can also detach the canvas in Camtasia by right clicking and then click detach canvas, and then you can make the canvas as big as you want and move it over, and then you can look at all your tracks. I didn't know you could do that either. And I also learned that on YouTube you can actually view subtitles and the whole transcript of your video file. It does all automatically for you. Again, I didn't know you could do that. I wish I had known it before I started transcribing all my videos through Azure Cognitive Services, but it was a good learning experience anyway. Next week I'm going to be adding home screen to my Easy Opportunities Management Canvas app, so I'll be learning a bit about dashboards and maybe the look and feel of Canvas apps, improving the UI or the UX there. I'll also be looking at environment variables in Canvas apps and learn a bit about them. I'm also working on a flow to it's actually a wee task that I've got to help my productivity through the day, and it involves quite a lot of wee integration bits, so it'll be a good case study to see if I can improve the way that I deal with people phoning me up at the office. And I'll be using a mixture of Calendly, Outlook, Approvals, Teams, Adaptive Cards, and of course Dynamics 365 for customer service to come up with a wee solution. So hopefully that'll work out, and I'll document that. So I'll be looking at a lot of flow stuff. So probably my next journal I'll have some links to some resources that I used to do that, to help me do that. The highlight for this week is a podcast, CRM Rocks podcast. Now I listen to a lot of podcasts on my commute. I don't mention them in my journal really, because the journal would just be 15 minutes of me talking about how good podcasts are. But this one really stood out to me as one of the best ones I've listened to in a long time. Marcus, who hosts the show, interviews a guy called Gus Grabenborg. Gus specialises in helping organisations on their digital transformation journey. I actually had to listen to this multiple times, so I was in the car listening to it, and after about 5-10 minutes I had to stop listening to it. I thought I need to take some notes on this. So this is really important. So I got in my office and I thought I'll spend the time listening to this and I'll take some notes, and I ended up just literally just taking notes on the important bits. I ended up writing the whole podcast, five minutes of the podcast word for word, because every single bit was just so relevant. So to stop that and then start listening again, and I've listened to it a good few times now. The subject of digital transformation is really interesting. Gus sets the tone at the start by explaining that organisations need to focus more on the transformation part of the digital transformation project, because if they focus too much on the digital one, it'll just turn into an IT project. It's not just an IT project, it's an organisational level project. And it really gave me food for thought, because I started to think about my role and how my role's changing. Because if you're in the Microsoft business applications industry, if you use business applications, if you sell them, then you're essentially in the digital transformation business. And like I said, that got me thinking about my role. So as a traditionally Dynamics 365 consultant, functional consultant, I kind of have moved recently to Power Platform functional consultant. But then, is there another role for digital transformation consultant? And is that my role? Is that what I'm doing? So it really gave me food for thought and helped me think about it. And there's some very good points in there that Gus brings up about being customer centric, and how partners should and organisations should really have their windows open, as a phrase he uses, and really listen to what's going on out there in the world. So please check that out. As I said, if you're it just speaks to everybody. If you're a partner, if you're a consultant, a pre-sales developer, even if you're an end user, that podcast really kind of hits the nail on the head as far as it comes to digital transformation. So that's all from me in this journal. Bye.